Hey everyone, it's Chad here. I wanted to do a video today to give you a bit of a rundown on what my role has been with MP Larry Miller. I think it's important that you understand where I'm coming from with my candidacy and kind of the background experiences that I've had working with MP Larry Miller as his legislative assistant for the past 7 years. So I first got connected with Larry back in 2011 and he hired me basically shortly thereafter in his office as his legislative assistant, and it's really a role. It's really important in MP's offices, and basically what I've done with Larry for the past 7 years is work on legislation, parliamentary procedure, speeches, media. All of those kind of key policy areas and whatnot are things that I've worked on for the past 7 years or so. One of the very first things that I got connected with was in Larry's office was private members business. When I came on board, Mr. Miller had a private members bill, Bill C-383, on the docket, and I worked on revisions to that bill. I oversaw the bill moving through the House of Commons at second reading, at committee stage, at third reading, and then that same process in the Senate. And one other thing with Larry's, particularly with MP Miller, was that he was always a chair of parliamentary committees. So he served as chair of the Standing Committee on Agriculture and Agri-Food, and as the Standing Committee chair on Transport, Infrastructure and Communities. So working with those as the assistant to a committee chair was really, really interesting work. I worked with ministers' offices, I worked with opposition offices. On transport, one of the big issues that we worked on was the unfortunate incident that happened in Lac-Mégantic with the explosion that happened with the rail cars that rolled down that hill and into the town and caused that fatal explosion. So shortly thereafter, we worked with opposition parties and did a full study of safety management systems and transportation of dangerous goods. So as a legislative assistant, you're really kind of exposed to everything across the board in terms of parliamentary procedure, different procedural tools that can be used to achieve certain goals. And it's really quite something that you only learn by being there. Going to Carleton University, I thought I knew everything there was to know as a young political science major. That I had my beliefs and opinions on in terms of policy, and then I figured it's pretty simple process. Bills go to first, second, third reading. There's committee stages in there, and that's basically how it works. But until you're there and you live that experience, it's really hard to understand what goes on behind the scenes. There is a lot at play. Parliament Hill is a very, very interesting place. And like I said, it's really something that you only learn by being there. So I'm fortunate to have had those experiences. I think it prepares me well to be both a very credible candidate and as someone who, if elected, on day one, I can get to work and start delivering for our community. So that's what basically the point of the video today. I wanted to give you a rundown. I think it's important for you as voters to understand what my experiences have been. And until next time, take care.